All right, welcome back. We're keeping the Monday theme going. Resource guarding is a very common behavior in dogs. It is the most common reason for human-directed aggression. Dogs commonly guard food, toys, and other things, and some dogs can be quite aggressive. So here to help intervene is Emily Scott, a certified dog behavior consultant and trainer with 35 years of experience. So thank you so much for being here today. I know you because you came and gave my Waylon a little training. All right, so let's talk about resource guarding and why dogs can get aggressive when they're guarding things.
Yes, well, I will tell you that most of my work is behavior, not just dog training. And the number one reason that I get calls for aggression towards humans and or other dogs is resource guarding. It's also, people call it possessive aggression.
Okay.
But the concept is a dog who has something valuable and
Yes.
they don't want to give it up.
So Waylon will do this only with certain bones, and he sounds really aggressive, but he's not. But I know that some dogs can get aggressive. So how do we stop this behavior?
Yep, so number one, you have to understand what's going on behind it. So
Okay.
the concept is simple. It's a valuable resource to the dog. Even if you don't think it's valuable, to the dog it is. And it isn't just bones or food that most people think. Dogs will guard real estate, like a bed or a couch. They'll guard humans. They also can guard contraband, and we also see a correlation with dogs who are resource guarders guard their body.
Okay.
So they'll get aggressive when you try to do body husbandry work with them. Little Ernie here, the toy poodle, is a family pet, and he is also a resource guarder towards humans and other dogs. And he's come a long way living with me, but his propensity is when he has something he loves, he doesn't want to give it up.
So how do we intervene? How do we stop it?
Yes, so number one, most people want to get into a power struggle.
Yeah.
Don't you growl at me. And
Yeah.
then they start getting into this, you give me the don't do that. And what you're doing is making yourself more of a threat.
Okay.
You don't want to be a threat. This is the easiest thing to fix. But people, because they get on social media, they think, oh, okay, he's trying to be alpha.
Yeah.
You need to give this to me. And that's not what it's about at all. He's like, I just don't want to share. I like
Yeah.
it. So you don't get into a power struggle. If a dog communicates to you, back off, you back off.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like this. They're going to have their head down. They're going to kind of go, "Rrr." And if you keep coming, you're going to get a snap. You could even get a dog coming out and actually biting you.
Yes.
So you want to, number one, just manage it. If you know the dog values certain things, put them away. Put them in an area where they can't get in trouble, where they can't get into problems with other children and that kind of thing. Let him have his thing.
Okay.
Let him have it.
Okay.
Right? I never understood, here, you can have the bone, but I might want it back. That's kind of unfair, right?
Yeah.
If you give him something like that, if it's food, leave him alone and let
Yeah.
him eat his food. If it's something that he shouldn't have that he's guarding, then what we're going to do is we're going to do a trade game.
Okay.
So I'm going to teach him, hey, I know you got that and you think it's valuable. I got something better.
Oh, okay.
And so you start to make the association that when I approach you, you're going to get something better.
Yes.
And so they start thinking, okay, maybe you do have something better, and I don't have to guard this because you have something better.
Right.
And then the last step is you teach them, if you take what I have and you let me take your thing, you can have it back and you get a treat.
Oh.
So now they're going, okay, I don't have to guard this because I'm going to get it back.
Yeah.
And I get something better.
Yes.
So it really is a pretty simple fix if you catch it early.
Right.
But if you let it go on too long and you start getting into these power struggles, it can get ugly.
Yeah.
And I've had some severe aggression cases where dogs have severely injured people and or other animals to guard a resource. So it can be very dangerous and serious. If your dog has any kind of resource guarding, please give me a call.
Yeah.
I certainly can help.
Can you intervene with older dogs, not just puppies?
Absolutely.
Okay, like little
so
Ernie
we
there.
acquired little Ernie at about 8 years old. He
Oh,
was a
great.
rehome. And he, when he first came to us, he was guarding pretty much everything. Food,
Yeah.
toys, real estate, and he would attack my other dog. He would growl and snap at us. And 4 years later, he very rarely does it.
Oh,
so
good
even as an
boy.
older dog, I was able to teach him, you don't have to guard your stuff. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
and
okay.
it's so helpful to have those little treats. I mean, because some dogs are just so food motivated. That's how they learn. So what are some exercises we might be able to do with our dogs to prevent this type of behavior?
Yeah. So, as I said, leave them alone with their item. But
Okay.
if they have an item, walk up to them and just say, what do you got? And if they look up at you, give them a treat.
That's a good sign.
That means they're not guarding.
Okay.
Right? They're like, hey, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
If they look up, you give them a better treat than what they have. Like
okay.
a meatball or a hot dog or a piece of cheese.
Okay.
And then I just walk away.
Okay.
And then I'll walk up again. What do you got? And they go, oh, what do you got? And then you trade.
Got it.
And then you keep walking away. So I'm teaching them, number one, I'm approaching, but nothing bad's happening.
It's actually better for you because I've got a pocket full of meatballs.
That's right.
All right, if people want to get in touch with you, they want some behavior training or they want some other dog training, how do they get in touch with you?
Dogtrainingfresno.com and/or 797-4343. Me and my staff would be happy to help you with any dog issue that you have here in the Valley.
Okay, perfect. Emily Scott, thank you so much. We'll actually be seeing you again. We'll come up with some other dog tricks and training things that we can do with our pups on Monday. So Emily, thank you.
Thanks for having me back, Emily. I appreciate it.
All right, still to come here, love is in the air. And if you're still trying to find a gift for that special someone, we have you covered. Stay tuned for some Valentine's Day gift ideas.